Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with some analysis on YouTube and on analysisplayground.com. We're going to talk about the Indiana Pacers and what to expect from them this upcoming season. We have a full season of Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, and Andrew Neibhart. We looking at a team that will finish 47 and 35, 2 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Milwaukee Bucks for the number one seed in that conference, the Central Division. And that's really good considering that they made that move to get Siakam later in the season and they still was able to get their chemistry. They still was able to make a great run and compete with the Boston Celtics in a series that didn't seem that close when you look at how the record was against each other, but a close series where every game was going down to the wire and the Celtics was able to make the plays that ultimately ended up winning the game in the series. But this is a young team with a lot of promise, with a championship coach and Rick Carlisle that understands how to play with pace. He understands how to get the best out of his players and to put them in situations to where they can succeed even if they have superstars or not. And we done synced it. Now we get to see a team with two players that complement each other very well and role players that fit in very well. And they're going to be more healthier, which means they can be a dangerous team. I do expect this team to be a playoff team, obviously. Especially if they're healthy the majority of the season, but I expect them to be a 50-win plus team also in a contender in the Eastern Conference because anything can go wrong injury wise or stuff like that. And this is a team that capitalized off that with the Knicks and it made them look better, but they actually did perform well against the defending champions, which will be the Celtics this year. And now they got a little deeper with their talent, but a lot of these guys are unproven and unknown what they really can bring to the table, like the Kendall Browns or the Johnny Furphys or the Isaiah Jacksons or even guys like Aaron Neesmith or guys like James Wiseman, who was able to make this roster, and Jarris Walker. Those guys are not really guys that's going to get a lot of minutes unless injuries occur because they're going to be relying on their young stars to carry the bulk of the load to victory. So I like what this team has done. I like that they have a lot of young talent and a lot of guys that can improve and a lot of guys that can grow. Plus, their chemistry should be able to make them even better, especially if they have a full training camp and a whole regular season healthy. This is a dangerous team in the NBA, especially in the future, as a lot of these guys are not even 25 years old. So one thing I would say was Andrew took a step forward after his rookie season and really became a guy that can shoot a little bit, create his own shot a little bit, and he has the ability to play off the ball and not get in the way with a player like Tyrese Halliburton, who is a guy that likes to have the ball in his hands a lot. He's their primary decision maker, but it is great to have scoring guards that can shoot and create like a Benedict Mathurin and a Andrew that really makes him not have to worry about getting to the basket, and he can use his ability to play off the ball and shoot the spot up threes and attack the defense a certain way. So I like the fact that they have multiple layers to their offense, especially with the addition of Pascal Siakam that gives them a post presence and somebody that can score in the high and the low post and create his own shot too, but also can finish dunks, can finish wide open mid ranges. If the shot clock gets too low, then they can use that as an advantage instead of a disadvantage because you rather have that level score there than not. It gives you a different style that you can play and a different way you can score that is needed when you're trying to beat the best of the best to become NBA champions. And I feel that Andrew has really complemented Tyrese very well. And I feel like Benedict Mathurin is essential to this team because he can be a double figure scorer and he's a guy that can get hot and he can make up that difference if they go to the bench. They don't lose much because a guy like him can just carry that whole offense as himself and have a lot of fun out there with doing that. And I do look at Miles Turner as a guy that we know is a solid defender, a solid rebounder, and a solid rim protector, but he also can create a little bit in the post and shoot threes and mid ranges, whether it's in the flow of the offense or just creating it himself. So I like that, and I like the fact that Obi Toppin is a guy that can do similar things, and that's important. Continue to succeed in general, having switchability, having size, having guys that can have size and shoot the basketball and be able to do things a little bit on the interior, because we know Obi Toppin is a high flyer. He can catch the alley oop, he can finish deep catches, and he has solid hands that's needed to finish with finesse around the rim. Just in case you're going against a shot blocker or somebody that can clear a lot of space with a lateral movement, he can still use his strength and ability to finish over the top without always having to dunk it. So it's essential to have those type of bigs and that type of talent if you want to be versatile, and that's the best way to be in the NBA, having as many answers as you can to what your opponent can do, or being able to answer it even offensively, even defensively. All that stuff come in handy, and that's the purpose of filling out your roster, to have the best fits and the best talent that you can have going into the season or going into the playoffs. And this team has really grown because of their development too, and their ability to say, well, they're good now. Now I would like to play with them. And that's what you want to see when you have stars like Siakam and Tyrese together. They can possibly even get a third star, because they do have enough assets, talent wise and youth wise, and they do have some guys with some upside that they can trade possibly to try to go in for that third guy to potentially even help them win the title. But if they don't, they already have a good structure with Benedict. Then you got Tyrese, then you got Siakam, and then you got a guy like Miles Turner. That's your big four of guys you can really rely on for the offense. And then you look at TJ McConnell. He's just a guy that's solid. He understands pace. He understands how to execute the offense. He understands where to pick his spots when to score. And he's a guy that's always moving and doing things on the court that you have to pay attention to, or he can, make you make mistakes on defense, or he can knock down big shots and make big plays on offense, just because he understands the game, has a great feel for the game and the understanding of the game and how it should be played, whether he has the ball in his hands or not. And then you look at the fact that this team got a lot of experience last year, and I think that that's important for their confidence, because this was a team that we really didn't know what to expect in the playoffs. First round exit, second round exit, but they showed that they can compete with the Clevelands. They can compete with the Bucks. They can compete with teams like the New York Knicks, even at their best possibly, because they got better too. So I look at this team as an underrated hidden gem type of team. You got to watch them. You got to see what they do. You got to pay attention to them, because they're not that far from being a legitimate championship contender, even if they keep this roster together even for next year. They have the makings of something great. They have the makings of something entertaining. They have the making of something special. And we understand that, and we see that just by watching them and seeing what they was doing in a regular season. And this is a team that loves and excited playing a game of basketball, and they show how much joy they get out of winning. They show how much disappointment they get out of losing, and those are the type of guys you want together when you're building something special. And that includes their bench, and that includes their starting lineup. And I just see this team being a team where they doing a lot of things right, and they're going in the right direction. But what I expect from this team, I do expect them to be a playoff team. I do expect them to possibly get back to the conference finals. And if they're healthy, they can do damage to anybody in the East. Orlando and all those teams, they're going to be tough. They're going to be ready. They're going to be feeling like they can be top 6 in the Eastern Conference, top 5 in the Eastern Conference. And I feel like you got to put Indiana in that conversation with those guys too, because they defend great enough, they score great enough, and they have the confidence to go out there and get the job done against anybody. And we've seen that all season. This is a special team. And then when you got a point guard / guard that loves to give up the ball, loves to set up guys, and can still make big shots and tough shots, especially from the three-point arc, that's the making of something very dangerous to all the opponents that seen what they was able to do with and without Pascal Siakam and his addition. Made them even better and even more confident in what they can do. Other than that, that's all I gotta say. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I'm going to be watching preseason this year and a lot of it just to get more ready for the season. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you like videos like this and you like videos like breakdowns and tribute breakdowns and also other NBA content throughout the entire year or almost the entire year, this is the channel for you because I upload basically every single day and even sometimes multiple times in the day throughout the day. So if you want content and you want it coming fast, this is the channel for you. So subscribe. And if you new old to the channel, don't forget about me doing that so you can make sure you any video you caught you want to catch up on, you can still catch up on it because it's still posted. So continue to check if you're missing any videos that you think that I might have done or you want to see, or you might think it, then you had to skip over it because you was busy. This is the channel that is going to keep piling up on you. So you want to always be checking the older videos too to see them old classics that you may have missed. But other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Continue to like, continue to share to get this channel where it needs to be. You guys already been doing that. I just need you to continue doing it so this channel can continually stay a great popular channel that people love to watch. And that's all I can ask you guys to do. And all I can say is thanks for continuing to do it for the people that do. Other than that, thanks for watching.